From Prague to Puerto Rico, welcome and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans from around the world. It is your host, Galadon, and today we get back into fixing that rush. That's right, Gem Farm Fix, Max That Rush, episode 106, the account that has an infinity problem. And what I mean by that is actually a problem that many of you also feel you share, and that is the fact that you will never, ever be fully maxed out. Here we are. We were very close to finishing Town Hall 15 on this account, and then an update came, right? Now, updates, good, bad, right? For some people, you're frustrated. I can never be maxed out, Galadon. Supercell keeps on releasing new content just as I finish up the old content. But then again, you realize that's the whole point, right? That's the whole point. This is the goal of the Clash team, to keep you engaged and occupied and give you things to do forever. And as long as you keep on playing, they'll keep on making more stuff. So this account, although I really did think that we could beat the update, has failed to beat the update. And at one point I thought maybe the update was only going to upgrade the rest of the walls. Now we have all of these defenses. We've got to create a new progress base, and we're essentially back to square one. Or, okay, fine, we're like square 75 out of 100, right? I mean, it's, yeah. All right, so anyway, I have so many different accounts to play on now, and many of them are kind of hovering around Town Hall 15, that it has become a little more difficult. And that's why you saw in the recent episode, I talked about how much I was enjoying Town Hall 13. Let's just be honest, when you're trying to essentially farm 4 accounts, right? The main account is farming the Builder Hall. Of course, it will be maxed out Town Hall 15 shortly. This account is semi-farming the rest of the walls, and now the update. Then you have Gold Pass Clash that just went to Town Hall 15, and then No Cash Clash that is just about to go to Town Hall 15. And then you can also see that this account is like 2-3 weeks behind the times, because we're just now getting caught up to the June content. And I promise you, like always, I compress, right? We get a lot of content into one video rather than 10 minutes of content over 10 minutes of video, right? No, let's give you a whole month of content crammed into 8 to 10 minutes. And that's exactly what we're doing right here. You can see there's a lot going on. And in fact, so far in today's episode, I don't think that anything I've talked about matches up with anything that's happening on the screen in front of me here. So, you know what you could do? You could watch the video twice. You watch it once and just listen to everything I say as if it's a podcast, and then watch it a second time and focus on the visuals if it's too much for you. I understand some people, have a difficult time walking and chewing gum. They trip and fall, or they choke, or both. So yeah, I'm just trying to help you guys out. Those of you E-Dragon spammers. Okay, no offense, Tom, but no, seriously. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what's happening here. As you can see, we're close. We only had, and I say had because, right, this footage was of course filmed when we were almost fully maxed out. We only had a few pet levels left and then some walls, and we were going to be done. And yes, it's gonna hit us like a ton of bricks. We've got, 10 more pet levels, 20 more hero levels. I believe I said something like 29 books of building would be required to get all of the building upgrades done. And then there's the whole Gold Pass thing, right? Now, of course, this is the June Gold Pass that we bought using code Galadon. I hope you guys are doing that as well. I really appreciate it if you are. And now this account doesn't usually play enough to fully max out the Gold Pass, which is nice because now they seem to be in this habit of putting the skins towards the front of the pass. And I was told by Supercell in the past that the plan was to move things around within the pass, like the skins, like the runes, like the books, and see if any was better than the other. And what I mean is, obviously, if they can get you to play more, then they're going to stay with that. And if they can get you to buy more gold passes, then they're going to continue to use that same baiting technique. And perhaps the baiting technique now is to give you the skin right away. And then it feels like, hey, I'm only paying $4.99 for a skin. Okay, I'm fine. Just choked a little bit there, but Okay, yeah, for a skin. And then, many skins are like 10 bucks these days. So I don't know. It seems to make sense, and hopefully it'll stay that way for accounts like this that often we just don't make it to the end of the gold pass. We have too many other things to do. Although I also sometimes will find myself gemming up to the 20% discount. And I guess we could at some point, and now I realize I'm really going down the rabbit hole here. We could calculate how many gems it makes sense to spend versus upgrades versus discounts. 10, 15, 20%, 2,000 gems versus 500. How many upgrades you're going to do? How many builders? How many Yeah, you get the point, right? Never mind. Let's not do that. Let's just talk about whatever is happening here. And that is what? Oh, yes, we're trying to get more walls done because the goal was, okay, yeah, I don't know. Just skip that raid. I'll honestly tell you, I can understand why so many of you feel discouraged by the updates coming when you're this close to being maxed out. A portion of me says, oh cool, more stuff to work on, more places to spend my dark elixir or whatever the case may be. But a big part of me says, come on, I was so close. I almost had a maxed out base. And there is definitely something to having a maxed base. Even though global is gone, you can't go flex it in global. I'll tell you right now, every time I run into somebody on the street that recognizes me, and you'd be surprised, it happens like once a week lately, the first thing they do is they want to show me their base, especially if it's high level or maxed out. So it's cool to see, and I'm glad that people are still passionate about Clash. Now, speaking of passion, I'm passionate about making fun challenges, and I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge. The whole point was this challenge was for the release of the Books of Clash, and the pun was book, spell, the letters, spell out the challenge, put the goblins here, that was the whole point. Put the queen over here by the Q, put the king on the right-hand side by the K, and put the H for the hog riders down at the bottom. F for fail if you don't follow my strategy. I'm kidding, F for freeze. And no, I had a blast making this. And the funny thing is, I've heard from other people that have tried this, that it turned out exactly as I had hoped. And that is, if you follow my strategy, it's easy. It's a cakewalk. You almost can't lose. But if you don't follow the letters on the screen, this challenge was pretty hard. And of course, I did put a record number of tornado traps on this base, along with seeking air mines. If you did happen to be so unfortunate as to find those, yeah, they were out there by the dozens. It was hilarious. I had such a good time putting those down right there. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge. I do hope to make another challenge one of these days. I want to make the hardest challenge ever. I want to make a truly impossible challenge, and I want to have it released on April 1st, and I want it to be called the easiest challenge ever, and I want it to be a challenge that nobody can beat. Okay, that sounds like it might frustrate people. But anyway, okay, let's talk about nothing, which is what I just did for the last 8 minutes. But I appreciate you guys, and I promise to continue to work on this base, even though now that we were at 59 walls left, that new number is back up to like 184, right? Okay, let's check out the status report for Gem Farm Fix Max That Rush, episode number 106, where trophies are really, really low. Now, this past month, we spent a little bit more than a gold pass because we did buy a package in there. 75.70 total spent. We picked up a few gems, now up to 1223. We were down to 59 walls, and I promise to fix that stuff here on the next episode as we reorganize a new progress base. Thank you, Galafam, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know you are the true hashtag Galafam. That is why I love thinking about it and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. And I'll see you all back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, you feel bad. Imagine how all the free-to-play players feel. They're broken-hearted. Or farted.